Hey there, Brett. It's the Dunce responding to your video. uh, I really don't know what to say, Brett, other than what the Spirit of the Lord Jesus would inspire me to share with you. Brett, we all have a choice, brother. We all have free will. And in this natural existence here on planet Earth, let's just say that it is a deception, the experience that we have here in this realm. Because the irony, Brett, for me is you said some, well, rather unkind things. And I'm relatively certain that there would be people that would disagree with you, particularly about based on comments I've had shared with me. Let's say a performance I did in a movie called The Usual Suspects. A lot of people think that that was pretty good. And the irony is, there's a brilliant line in the film by the character Verbal Kint, played by Kevin Spacey, and he says, "The greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist." And there is the deception, Brett. And because of that deception, God gives us a choice. And that choice is that we can know him, or by our own free will choose to not know him. And therefore, in the future, at some point, Jesus Christ, when he returns, Brett, not if, but when he returns, he will judge those who have chosen to reject God. So, Brett, regardless of your comments, I'll be praying for you, brother. Because, like Jesus, it's my hope that no one would perish, not even you. Good luck, and God bless.
Stephen Baldwin recently did a video response towards me, and whenever he did so, I have to admit, I was a bit surprised. I was shocked that a movie star or a ex-celebrity would actually respond to a guy like me on YouTube. If anybody's going to respond to anybody, I would expect that it would be towards someone bigger, someone who gets more views and all that kind of shit than myself. So I was a bit shocked that any movie star would take the time out of their busy schedule to do this. But as most of you know, Mr. Baldwin actually went on this big-ass tirade in his video. He was very nice and respectful about it. Some of his comments offended a few people. It didn't offend me whatsoever, but there was some things that he said that was a little strange and unusual. Like, for instance, twice he mentioned that Jesus is returning soon. Jesus is returning soon. Well, since that video response he's done to me, I went to his website. I also found another YouTube channel by him. I've also looked through Netflix. My wife and I, we like to watch movies, to check out some of the other movies that he's done. Found out that he did a movie called Biodome with Pauly Shore. Found out that he has starred in quite a few different things. One that was a bit surprising that I don't think Christians would approve of. They'd probably be more up for the Suspect movie that he did with all the killing and destroying and criminal behavior, as opposed to the one I'm about to tell you about. He starred in a movie called Threesome, in which apparently there were two men, one woman, who did exactly as the title suggests. That's something that Reverend Phelps would have probably fell over and had a fucking stroke from if he watched that particular one. But it was a movie, so what can you do?
Brett, oh, and by the way, the threesome movie, I have a joke. You know, in the last 9 years, I've toured around the country and even internationally, and I've given my quote unquote testimony about how I came into the born again Christian faith. And what I refer to a majority of my performances in my filmography, sometimes in an attempt to be humorous, I refer to most of the films I've done as BC, which obviously means before Christ, uh, which threesome certainly is in that category. Um, but it's still pretty funny. Not recommending it. It's BC, but in that fleshly, wicked sinner kind of way. Uh, it's funny. Okay, man. Peace out.